Boys and girls, today I'm going to read you another story about the Three Little Pigs. It's just a little bit different than the one that I read to you on Monday. And here is the story that we're going to read. It's got different pictures and it's written by a different author. And it's illustrated by Mia Matsuka. The story, The Three Little Pigs. There's the piggies. There's our title page. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs who lived in a cozy cottage on a hill. They loved to eat all the delicious food their mother made them every day. They ate so much that it wasn't long before the three little pigs had grown so big that there was no room for them in the cozy cottage anymore. "I'm sorry," said their mother one morning, "but it's time you made your way in the world." So the very next day, the three little pigs left home. "Don't forget to watch for the big bad wolf," called their mother as she waved goodbye. "He'll eat you for supper, so you'll need to build a big, fine, strong house as quickly as you can to keep him away." "Oh, don't worry, Ma," they oinked. "We can look after ourselves." And the three little pigs trotted off down the hill, each taking a different path. It wasn't long before the first little pig met a farmer pulling a cart filled with straw. "Please, may I buy some straw to build a house?" asked the little pig. "Of course," replied the farmer, "but a straw house won't be very strong." But the little pig didn't listen. Soon he was busy stacking the bundles of straw for his new house. In no time at all, the house of straw was finished, and the little pig went inside for a nap. He had just shut his eyes when there was a knock at the door. It was the big bad wolf, and he was hungry. Little pig, let me in," growled the wolf. "No!" cried the little pig. "Not by the hair on my chinny chin." "Well, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," laughed the wolf. And that is what he did. Huff, puff, whoosh! Meanwhile, the second little pig was walking along the road when he saw a woodcutter piling up sticks. "Please, may I buy some sticks?" he asked politely. "I want to build a house." "Of course," answered the woodcutter, "but a house made out of sticks will soon fall down." But the second little pig wasn't listening. He was much too busy planning his new stick home. Soon the house was finished. The little pig had just sat down to rest when there was a knock at the door. It was the big bad wolf, and he was hungrier now. Little pig, let me in," he growled. "No way! Not by the hair on my chinny chin," cried the second little pig. "Well, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," cried the wolf. And that is exactly what he did. Huff, puff, whoosh! Meanwhile, the third little pig had met a builder. "Please, may I buy some of your bricks to build my house?" he asked. "Of course," replied the builder. "A fine, strong house of bricks will last forever." The third little pig took the builder's advice, and he would build the strongest house in the land. Finally, after a hard day's work, the house was finished. He had 4 strong walls of brick, a tiled roof, a sturdy wood door, and a large fireplace with a chimney. The third little pig had just put on a pot of turnips on the fire to start to boil when he saw his brothers running down the road, closely followed by the big bad wolf. "Quick, quick!" cried the third pig. "Hide in here!" The wolf, who was very hungry by now, banged on that sturdy front door. Little pigs, let me in," he growled. His tummy was rumbling loudly with hunger. "No way! Not by the hairs on our chinny chins," cried the three little pigs. "Well then, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," laughed the wolf. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, but the brick house stood firm. The wolf was furious. He climbed up onto the roof, and he shouted down the chimney, "If I can't blow down your house, I'll come down the chimney and gobble you all up." The big bad wolf jumped and landed with a huge splash in the pot of turnips boiling on the fire below. "Eeyow!" He leapt up with a scream, and he ran out of the house, never to be seen again. And the three little pigs lived happily ever after in a house made out of bricks. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story.